Hi guys, and welcome back to part 2 of the Glass Factory. In today's episode we're going to concentrate on the redstone and the minecart system. Please note that it is going to be a very technical episode. So let's get to it.
Alrighty guys, last episode we've installed the furnaces and we also installed the hoppers for the output at the bottom, and we installed the hoppers for the input for the fuel and the input for the smelting items. We also installed the track on top of the hoppers where the minecarts will run. Something I didn't show you was the link between the top and the bottom on the tracks, and we're gonna start off with that. So what I've done in the back as well, just to show you, I've put some ladders in for easy access. Switch this tracks off for now. I reverted the top layer's bottom track to the bottom layer's bottom track and the top layer's top track. Jump up here, goes down to the top track on the bottom. Okay, so the tracks are now linked up. So as we're gonna see if there's a stopper, I can't remember. Yeah, the stopper's in there. If I now activate this track and I go and I activate this track here. Also, I just need to show you guys something else. Go that. I've powered these tracks that comes down to the bottom at the bottom here. So you can power a track from the bottom with a lever. I'll go in. Okay. Minecarts are off. You'll see they will now loop back up. You go up here. We have a bit of shot. There we go. They go around. Here, this one comes back. We will loop around, and this one come around and loop back rounds. Nothing difficult, just a loop back into the track. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna build the item elevator to get the items from this bottom output line to the top of these chests so they can start filtering through. The stuff that we're gonna need is a dropper, some redstone, comparator, repeater, and some glass. So I'm just gonna place the dropper down facing upwards, and I'm gonna run the hoppers into this. This is gonna be a bit tricky now. The start spaces. I'm gonna break it. I think there's a track above me. I'm gonna run. No, I need to get out of here. Okay, so I run that hoppers into dropper. What we're gonna do is now we're gonna place down a comparator. So the comparator is gonna see, okay, is there an item in the dropper, and it's gonna send a signal. There's already stuff that came through. So the comparator is now compare and see if there's items in the dropper. I'm gonna put the repeater in just to strengthen the signal, and I'm gonna place down an opaque block. So I'm powering that block. What I'm going to do now is I'm gonna put another opaque block next to this dropper, and I'm gonna run a redstone signal from that opaque block into that opaque block, but I'm gonna send it into a repeater. One click, you heard that. I need this now to burn out because there is more items in the dropper. To do that, I'm gonna run another redstone line along this side, and you'll see it start flashing. So what's happening now, as long as there's item in the dropper, it will spit them out. Just to take them out again, I was going to show you something. If I only do that, if I take this redstone out, yes, there's an items in the dropper. The comparator picks up the signal, the repeater strengthens the signal and powering this block, and it sends a signal back into this block powering the dropper to click to push the item out. But it only does it once. You need to have the second line to do the burnout, so it can keep clicking and empty the dropper out. That's just a tip. Now, to send the items to the top, we're gonna build 3x3 glass pillar all the way to the top. So we're just gonna do this. This a 3x3 glass pillar. I think it can also, you don't need the corners. I don't think you need them anymore. I just like to have them in, make me feel a bit safer. I'm gonna run the hoppers to the middle of this block. I'm gonna carry on with the glass around it. I'm going to have a air gap in the middle here. When the dropper push the items through the glass, they will fall here, and sometimes if you don't have an air gap here, they shoot out through the top and then you lose items. So I normally have a air block in there, so when the game does bug out, the items lie here and will drop down into the hopper. Also what I do is I just normally put a solid block on top to stop them from shooting through the top. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to take this block out. So the way hoppers work is, when an item goes through a hopper, the first thing it checks is there another hopper below it. It will always send an item down before it sends it across. So I'm going to go and add in this row here. So we're gonna go 1, and it's gonna take some creative jumping now to add them in onto the. I get some dirt so I can just fill it up. There and into that one and back in here. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna link this chest with that chest over there. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, and we're gonna go back, and now I'm gonna link that in there. So, and also I'm gonna link that hopper in there. So what's gonna happen now is items is gonna travel. It's gonna come out of here. It's gonna travel through the hoppers. When it comes to this hopper, that hopper actually leads into this hopper here. But it's first gonna check if it's got a hopper below it, and the answer is gonna be yes. So it's gonna drop the item down before it sends it across. So this chest underneath me here is gonna fill up first. When that's all full, then the items will traveling this way and fill up the rest of the chests. I hope that makes more sense. I'm gonna go and do the redstone on that side. Mystery is gonna carry on with some of the decorations, and I will see you guys in a moment. Alrighty guys, we are back. The redstone is done, the furnace is in, the item elevator is in. So this side is the output side, as we discussed. All the glass will be collected in this section. This side here is the input. That's all the chests you can fill up with the input. We need over 30,000 pieces of glass. That's why our input is so much, so that we can load this up and leave it to run. These two chests here, this side and this side, is the fuel input. So if I can open there, you can see that's the fuel going in, and let's just show you this side. There's where the sand's busy drizzling in. Now we've got a little controls section here. Mystery will stand here and operate it for us, and I'm gonna run around and show you the redstone. And here is the redstone. In general, I don't like to compact my redstone. I find it makes fault finding a lot more difficult. So my redstone is normally far apart, just to make my life easier. So this card on this section is for the sand. All these hoppers will collect the sand from the chest and send it into this chest here and into this hopper. Currently this torch here is on, which deactivates this hopper, which means that it does not, there shouldn't be anything in there. I'll take it out for now. There shouldn't go any sand go into this cart. Same on this side. Hopper line collecting all the coal. Hoppers push it through into, let's get there, into this little chest here. You see this is already full. Into this hopper and into this minecart. Currently also this this hopper is switched off, but nothing will go into the minecart. Both circuits are exactly the same. The only difference are the timings, which I'll discuss with you now. So a cart comes down the track as we explained before. It will go over this detector rail and it will send a signal to the timer, and that will activate the timer. The timer is this two hoppers that is facing into each other. So you'll see there's items in this hopper. For the sand, there is 140 items in here. Open this one, 140 items. Reason for that is when a cart goes past the first time, it puts one sand in each furnace, and on the way back it puts one sand in each furnace. So each furnace gets 2 sand. The hopper, or the hoppers for the coal, is only got 70, so it's half. Of course, one coal will burn 2 sands, so that's why it's only half. So just explain the circuit a bit more in detail. This section is where the trigger comes from the detector rail. Currently you will see that this repeater has got a crossbar over. That is because the circuit is off by Mystery side. So Love, can you switch on the smelting switch?
Switched on.
There we go, and you see the crossbar disappear. Switch it back on, off.
Switched off.
And now it's switched off. So what that switch is doing, it is preventing the system getting the trigger from the detector rail. So the signal can't get in, so this system is shut down and the items will remain in this hopper. As soon as the system is switched on, this will open up. Then there's a reset switch. Click the reset switch for me.
The reset switch?
Yeah, activation switch. Button.
On which one?
On the smelting.
Without it being on?
Without it being on. There you see it activated. The system was off, so the signal didn't go through. But you saw it triggered. Click it again for me, my love. This is going on. There we go. It goes on. If that is open, it will send the signal through and a counter will start. When the counter starts, this comparator will now start picking up that there's items in it, and this side will deactivate the torch here, which will deactivate the hoppers, and the hopper will start filling the minecart full of items. On this side, when this is empty, this hopper is empty, this will switch this torch on, which will switch this redstone on, which will switch the track on, and the cart will go. I hope that made sense. So both circuits are exactly the same. The only difference is the timing. The timer on the coal or the fuel is 70 items, and the timer on the smelting item is 140. Okay, so let's see that in action. So let's first switch on the fuel line for me. We'll see it opens up.
It's on.
Please press the activation button on the fuel line.
Activated.
You see there it goes, and now the items will start transferring. And if I come and stand here, you'll see the minecart will start filling up. When there is 70 items in there, the minecart will take off. And 70 items, and the minecart's off. So that minecart will now go and run and fill up all the furnaces with fuel. Please deactivate the fuel lines for me, my love.
Okay, done.
And you'll see it's deactivated. So the crossbar comes on and no signal will come through. The reason why we separate the two is, especially when we can start using something like blaze rod. Blaze rod burns a lot longer, so there is an opportunity for the system to get clogged. So I want to be able to switch the fuel line off and just have this smelter running. Now you will see the minecart is back. Switch system is off for the fuel. There's nothing in the minecart being transferred because that torch is on. Now love, please switch on the smelting section for me. Crossbar disappears.
It's on.
Press the reset button.
Push the reset button.
There we go, the signal came through. Items is busy transferring, and you will see that the items busy transferring into the cart. When there's 140 items in here, the cart will take off. Give it a moment for quite a bit of items. Love, you can start looking at the furnaces. So all the furnaces
I am keeping my eyes glued to the furnaces.
will light up. And there's 128. A couple more, and there it goes. And the minecart is off. So while Mystery is watching that, I'm gonna climb on here.
And there it's all lighting up as the moon comes up.
And there you see all the furnaces start lighting up. So now that's one item in each furnace. Now the minecart runs back and dumps the second half in each of the furnaces. If I jump down here, okay, see, it's already been finished. See, that one is still burning on the last bit that's left. And you'll see the glass will pop in here, and immediately the glass will be sucked in the hopper. You can hear the ticking. That's the items go up in the elevator. There you go. And it's going into the holding section. There's still a bit coming. You can still hear it. As you see it popping there. Going up. And they will all be collected. This section will first be filled up. When this section is full, that section will go. When that section is full, this section will go. So yeah, that's our little glass factory.
I think it's really cool.
We haven't tested the capacity yet, but I'm sure this is going to do quite big numbers. And the nice thing is it is in a spawn chunk. As long as there's fuel and as long as these input chests are full of sand, going to produce glass.
Guys, thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode, please share with your friends on social media. Hit the like and the subscribe. If there's anything you wish to see, let us know. Remember, we release videos every Wednesday and Friday, so click the bell for your activations. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye guys.
Bye guys.